healing, things are going to be hard. The moment you say something is hard, the moment you come into an agreement with it. Welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Ty Guidance, and that's what we're going to talk about. Disclaimer, my voice is gone, you guys. My voice is gone, so please turn the volume all the way up or turn on the CC closed caption subtitles to where you can see what I'm saying on the screen. I'm going to try my best to project, but my voice is gone. So if it cracks, that's why. But back to the topic of the video. Speaking from experience, I've had to train myself and stop coming to an agreement with circumstances and situations by accepting or thinking that it was going to be hard, it was going to be difficult. And the reason is because when you say something is going to be hard, when you say something is going to be difficult, when you say something is going to be challenging, you put a blockage on it. We make our problems so much bigger than they need to be. Now, of course, when it comes to healing, take what resonates, leave the rest. I don't like to say expert because honestly, anybody could be an expert. But for somebody who's been this way for 28 years and who has been running an establishment for the past 7, I do have the experience to say that things are not difficult when you're unsure. Things are not hard when you're doing something for the first time. And that's what we have to learn. We have to learn our vocabulary. We have to we have to unlearn and learn new vocabulary. We have to realize that when you're transmuting negative mindsets, negative beliefs, and transmuting it into positivity, or you're trying to become better or just uplift yourself, everything that you once knew, everything that you were once familiar with, everything that you once were programmed with has to die, has to change, has to grow, has to evolve. So when you say that this is going to be hard, healing yourself is going to be hard from trauma, you're automatically painting a picture. You automatically have a narrative. And a lot of times people are stubborn. A lot of times people, because they're ignorant or they're unaware, just stay stuck and stagnant. Like, I'm trying to speak to you guys, but like my voice, like I said, is gone. So it's like, bear with me. But it's like, stop saying things are gonna be hard. Learn to express how you feel. So for example, if you've never gone to therapy, if you never talked about healing, if you suppressed your trauma, if you've been touched on, if you've been in poverty, you grew up in dysfunction, whatever it is that you went through, you have every right to feel sad. You have every right to feel angry. Nobody's invalidating your experience because I, just as much as you, have gone through certain things. But instead of us saying that this is going to be hard, healing is going to be hard, just say, I've never healed before. I never talked about my feelings and it makes me feel uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable because I'm not used to having a mental health specialist like Ty Guidance, who is my rich auntie in real life, support me. I'm not used to having people love me. I'm not used to being confident. That's what you have to learn how to say. The reason why is because when you address the problem for what it is and you don't overcomplicate it, you then can come up with a solution. You cannot come up with a solution if you already made up in your mind that it was going to be hard. And I'm not here to change nobody's mind. You're going to believe in what you want to believe. You're going to do what you want to do, but you're watching this video. So we have to work on that. You have to realize that there's no right or wrong way to heal yourself. How I choose to express what I've gone through from my experiences and being your favorite mental health specialist, being an naturopathic physician, doing this for some time now is what I know. I don't think I know everything. So an example, when I don't know something, I will say, I don't know this. I can only speak from experience if I'm not willing to learn and educate and learn what I need to learn. That's okay. We don't need to say, oh, me learning how to drive or me doing something I never done before. It has to be, it doesn't have to be, because automatically when you say healing is going to be difficult, you're now in a fight or flight. That's how you become anxious. That's how you get anxiety. That's how you can become depressed. That's how you can have the ADD, the 1, 2, 3, the OCD, the PTSD, the all these labels and attachments. And I know because I actually work in that field in real life. And it's no shade to Western society, but it's just like, we as people have to go to the source. That's what I do. That's how you're going to genuinely solve your problem. No shade, trying to sweep things underneath the rug, people prescribing medicine, it's not going to fix the issue. Not going to fix the issue permanently. When you sweep your problems underneath the rug, it's still underneath the rug, okay? Sweeping your problems underneath the rug like they don't exist, you still feel the way you do. So over here, I'm going to say it, trigger warning, you are going to be triggered. I'm supposed to trigger you. All of us could be triggered, negative or positive. This is going to be a trigger warning, trigger type of video. My content is not for people who want to be complacent, and you're not. You could feel however you need to feel, but when you decide to do things, you have to realize you're learning how to do them for the first time. Healing is unfamiliar. If you grew up in dysfunction, if you didn't have love, if you weren't shown affection, it's unfamiliar. It doesn't have to be hard. You could feel uncomfortable. We could say uncomfortable in the beginning. The goal is to, realize how you feel. We're here to validate you because I'm not trying to validate your experience. I've been through it, but I've overcome it. And as somebody who's overcame it, I'm telling you, this is what you have to do. You have to learn how to solve your problems face on, which requires you to have conversations, which requires you to yell, cry, scream, and shout. Book a session with me, your favorite mental health specialist. Go to therapy, journal. Like, you have to release how you feel, because if not, when you limit and put a blockage on your problems and we don't go to the root, we don't take the time to grieve, sweeping your problems doesn't change the fact that you feel the way you do. And that's how you genuinely learn how to stay motivated. That's how you learn how to be consistent. That's how you become disciplined. That's how you see the results that you want. I'm speaking from experience. The only way I was able to see certain results in my life is if I decided to take a moment to myself. I slow down, I pause, I breathe in, I breathe out, and I realize this doesn't have to be difficult. I don't need to overthink this situation. I don't need to be anxious. I don't need to feel overwhelmed. I just have to realize, you know what? I am doing this by myself. Like, nobody's helping me build my establishment or my brand. I'm not asking anybody to, but as an entrepreneur, as a self-made entrepreneur, I had to figure this out by myself. And I'm not complaining because the name speaks for itself, but it's just like, I had to come to terms with that. There's only a couple people that I know who are self-made that are in my family or that I've witnessed. I haven't met a lot of people like immediately. Where I'm at now, yes, I've met multimillionaires. I've had conversations with billionaires. I've met people who are where I am now, but growing up, it wasn't a lot of people. So instead of me saying this is going to be hard or this is going to be unfair, I don't have a family, I don't have friends to support, I'm doing it by myself. And that's what I had to learn to say. I'm doing this by myself. So it may require more energy. It may require more effort, but it's not going to be hard. And speaking from experience, a lot of people, like I said, feathers can get ruffled. I'm here for it. I'm with all the smoke. I'm with all the smoke, okay? You can't be an entrepreneur and say it's going to be hard. Because it's not hard. Because if something is hard, why are you doing it? Like I said, we got to learn how to take a step back and think. We got to learn how to think for real. Like, if something is hard, why are you doing it? It could be unfamiliar. You could feel uncomfortable. You may not know what you're doing. That's like learning how to ride a bike. If learning how to ride a bike was so hard, why are people riding bikes? Entrepreneurs. And even if you're not an entrepreneur, even if you have a 9-to-5, like I said, these titles and labels, that's all they are. When you say, oh, this is going to be hard, no, I would never tell anybody who's an entrepreneur that things are going to be hard. It's time consuming. I will say that it is very much so time consuming. It's a lifestyle. It's an investment. So if you don't know what those words means, read in the dictionary. I said read it in the dictionary. Go to a library, read a dictionary, or Google those words and figure out. And this is why I made the 30-day consistency challenge in the playlist. You need to know, like, it is time consuming. And if something is time consuming, it requires a lot of time. But it's not hard. If me posting these contents and having this business was hard, why would I do it? Because you don't have to do it. When things are hard, you don't have to do it. And that's not the attitude that you have if it's not something that you want to do. Like, your attitude can't be like, oh, I don't feel like doing this because it's hard. No, if you want to become somebody, if you want to be a self-made entrepreneur, if you want to be a mental health specialist, if you want to lose weight, go back to school, if you want to get a degree, if you want to get in a healthy relationship, if you want to move, if you want to get yourself out of poverty, you have to do the things that are unfamiliar. But it doesn't have to be hard. We have to learn, like I said, to change our vocabulary. And it takes time. Like I said, it's time consuming. Healing yourself, it could take your entire life. There's no right or wrong way to heal yourself, so always take what resonates. Leave the rest, you guys. My voice is like really gone. I've been having to drink tea and hot water. Oh, see, my voice, like, excuse me, guys, my voice is gone. but I still have to. My voice is gone. I'm probably gonna end up the video soon. I need to rest my voice. Instead of saying I'm gonna be SICK for a long time, I just gotta accept the fact my voice right now is not in the best shape. I need to do what I can because it's not gonna stay like this forever. And that's the same thing when it comes to our problems. You're the only person that's holding yourself back. So what we're gonna do moving forward, oops, excuse me, you guys, I had some chicken Alfredo. My voice is gone. What we're gonna do moving forward is practice and work on how to prepare ourselves to receive the things that we're working for and we're manifesting. Because when you decide to heal yourself and you decide to elevate, like I said, everything that you knew, all of that stuff is out the window if it's not helping you. Unless your past is serving in the present moment and it's helping you in the future, like you had certain lessons that you learned, or there were certain things that you resonate with, or certain things that were productive and they made sense and they help you, you'll take that in the current reality and you'll use it in the future. If not, we got to get rid of it and we got to start realizing, okay, this is where we at right now. Currently in the year of 2025, it's March, it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm wearing blue, navy blue. Besides the point. We got to work on realizing we got to change the way we communicate. We got to change the way we think, and we got to start practicing. We got to start implementing it. So when you guys watch these videos, get you a pen and paper, and most importantly, apply what makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense, and it doesn't have to. You're not always going to agree with me. I'm not always going to agree with you all, but that doesn't mean that we can't learn from each other. Learn to be teachable. Take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? But it's like, we have to stop saying things are hard. We have to learn how to speak life, because the power of the tongue is real. You cannot say the power of the tongue is real and then say things like, oh, my life is just going to be hard. Girl, shout out to Destiny's Child. Listen to that song, girl, okay? Like, or boy, whatever you are. We can't do that. So I'm ending off the video, you guys. Just know that's what we're going to be focusing on for the rest of March, going into the springtime, is letting go of anything that no longer serving us and making sure we're in alignment for what it is that we're asking for, so we're able to receive it. So if you guys have questions, comments, concerns, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment down below, turn on your post notifications, and let me know if you guys have specific topics, or if you guys want me to make this into a separate playlist about not being hard on yourself and being gentler and letting go of mindsets and beliefs in certain values, as well as what you guys want to talk about. Or if this video resonates with you, be sure to follow me on all social media platforms. All the information will be in the description box down below. I will be going live this week on TikTok and on Instagram. And if you guys are interested in more videos like this, follow me on all social media platforms. It will be in the description box below. If you're interested in the service or session, head to my website at TigerGuidanceDecember.com. The information will be in the description box below. But when you want something, you have to realize the responsibilities that come with it. And that's what I will say. You don't need to overcomplicate our situations. I'm speaking from experience. You're the only person who's in your way.